course, Brett Favre from Mississippi, and Brett Favre is on his way up to our Fox television booth here at Lambeau Field, and we'll welcome him in momentarily. Looking forward to having him up here.
Well, he thrilled this crowd for a number of years. They gave him a great reception when he came out. Good to see his name out there once again. His number was already retired back on Thanksgiving of last year.
17-6 at halftime, and we check in downstairs with Aaron.
All right, let's start with Jason Garrett, who said for his offense, obviously very happy with the first and the last drive. He said some things we need to be more efficient on. Let's start with the third down. Also, it's very obvious for his defense, as he pointed out to me. We have to get to Aaron Rodgers. One note for Dallas's defense, so they will be without cornerback Morris Claiborne, guys.
Well, that's a big hit for Dallas in the secondary. Claiborne is playing outstanding football right now. The Packers are going to win this game. Aaron Rodgers has to do something in the second half he has not done all year long, and that is throw a touchdown pass. Not a single one of them so far in the second half this season. They pitch it to Lacy. Third time he jumps over a would-be tackler. And it's up to the 24. Aaron, how about Mike McCarthy? What did he have to say?
Well, I just said to him, Tom, how would you assess your offense in the first half? And he said, look, our running game, we're trying to do the best we can. We're trying to manage it with Eddie Lacy's injury and what we have going. I then said, Coach, what about Aaron Rodgers? How did you think he did in the first half? He took a deep sigh and said, look, we're missing a lot of things. There's drops. He's not throwing it very well. He's like, we just have to be better with details here. And they hope to do that in the second half.
Great stuff, Aaron Andrews. Thank you very much. Rodgers 15 of 22, 135 yards. And Lacy first down yardage or close to it. Boy, he almost looked like he was stonewalled. And you don't see that from a big man that frequently. He took a big hit, and he's telling the defender he delivered the big hit.
Well, it looked like he might have slipped just a little bit as he was going down, but he definitely took a big hit there from Anthony Hitchens, which kept him from picking up what looked to be an easy first down, but now brings up third and short.
Right, we saw a third down and 1, the very first drive to begin the game, when they handed the ball to Lacy, and he will get a first down. He's been airborne almost as much as he's been on the ground.
Well, and I'll tell you that he would be able to in the early going when he left the game initially. I wasn't so sure he would even get back in the game, and he's made some nice runs. He's finished some runs. He's run tough. He's given them all they got. That was a big third down conversion there. You know, we heard Aaron Andrews talk about Jason Garrett, unhappy with their third downs, not converting. Neither offense has really been good in this game where that was a strength coming in.
Lacy cuts it back to the inside, and he's up to the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4, close to 5. He's still on his feet. The whistle had been blown, though. Well, one of the best news shows of the fall season is Lethal Weapon. Damon Wayans, Lane Crawford, great chemistry. The whole hour is nonstop fun. If you haven't seen it, why not check it out? Catch an all-new Lethal Weapon Wednesday on Fox.
If the Packers are able to get this running game going consistently and just kind of settle everybody else down, that would help Aaron Rodgers in this receiving core. This has been a nice drive with Eddie Lacy here to start this second half.
A 5-yard gain by Lacy. Play action this time. Rodgers rolling. Dumps it off to the fullback, who spins away from the tackle. That was Wilcox who hit Ripkowski. He's a native of Dayton, Texas. Walked on at Oklahoma and saw considerable playing time on offense for the first time all year long last week in the win over the Giants.
Ripkowski, who came from Oklahoma, fullback, played his last year there, and you don't see a lot of those guys that have played the position prior to getting to the NFL. Heck, you don't even see a lot of teams that carry a fullback, but with time to throw, once again, just nobody creating much separation with the man coverage Dallas has shown.
Empty backfield on a 3rd and 3. And that's a nice catch right there. That's a low throw and an outstanding play made by Montgomery to cash in on the first down.
And Montgomery, he can run, and he's a hard guy to get on the ground once he has it, but this is a tough catch for him. If he catches that, he's got room to go. You see his shake move there, and there's nobody really out in front of him. Carr's the only guy who can come in. No guarantee he makes the tackle, but just a little bit off on some of these throws as we've seen throughout this game.
All right, a gain of 9.
Sled. Triple R. Sled. 319. 319.
Lacey looking for a little running room. Just not much there. Let's check in back in Los Angeles. A game break to Kurt Menefee.
All right, Atlanta had 86 yards of offense in the first half in Seattle, but they'd come out in the second half. And Matt Ryan hooks up with Julio Jones, 36 yards on the score, pulls them to within a touchdown. It's proven to be a pretty good one there. Tom, Troy, and Aaron.
Well, figured to be a good one. Matt Ryan's having a great year. They would be the surprise team, perhaps along with these Cowboys, in the NFC so far.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that has emerged that not a lot of people thought was going to be as good as they are.
Eighth play. Terrible throw. And it's intercepted by Barry Church, and he brings it back across the 50.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Nissan, innovation that excites. And by State Farm, here to help life go right.
Big turnover. First interception thrown today, the 4th so far this year by Rodgers. On this opening possession of the second half, and now the Cowboys on offense give it to Ezekiel Elliott. And Elliott stiff arms and then shoved to the turf, but all the way inside the 25. Let's go back to the interception a moment ago.
Well, Barry Church initially lines up like he's going to double the outside on Jordy Nelson, but instead he drops down. Aaron Rodgers never looks to his left where he has one-on-one coverage and starts to work the middle, but when he comes back to that deep crosser, Church falls underneath the route, and that's just simply Aaron Rodgers being confused by the pre-snap coverage look and not reading it through.
That was a 25-yard carry by Ezekiel Elliott. It's the first time this year they've allowed a 20-yard run.
Yeah, this is, on that particular play, we've seen some missed throws where he's been a little off. You know, heck, having said that, he completed 68% there in the first half of this game. But on that play there, just once the ball was snapped, not really recognizing what was happening and completely lost sight of the safety, Barry Church. Hey, this defense right now for the Packers, 17-6 ball game. Momentum clearly changed at the end of that half. They got a chance to blow this thing open.
Under 9 to go in the hands of Beasley. And he has a first down and then some inside the 20, the 10, and down to the 7-yard line. Got an outstanding block, a couple of them, by Witten and Terrence Williams.
It's like Dak Prescott said, you said it earlier, that Cole Beasley, he's just simply a guy who makes plays, and this is basically an extension of the run game. Wide receiver screen, athletic lineman, they get him out in front, and a nice pickup for the Cowboys. Tyron Smith showing his athleticism, and he's missed a couple games. Heck, he's been playing with a bulging disc in his back. Didn't slow him down there.
Well, he was able to come back and play against the Bengals last week after missing 2 games. And here's Elliott. And he is spun down by Burnett inside the 5, 2nd and goal for Dallas.
You know, you go back to Cole Beasley, and a guy who's really having a career year to start this season, and heck, his career almost ended before it got started. He left in training camp, decided he didn't want to play football, and wasn't sure that it was something that he was enjoying, and the Cowboys let him go home and kind of give it some thought. He finally decided to come back and play, and I know that that was the best decision he's ever made, and the beneficiaries are the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, they had Elliott split to the left. Now he comes in the backfield, and they hand it to Ezekiel Elliott. A gain of a yard and a half.
Now we'll see what Dallas elects to do and whether they're going to put the ball in the air, or as we've seen already from Prescott, he's really dangerous in this part of the field, making a defense defend him as well. If they get out of those lanes and they don't contain, he's a guy who's certainly capable of tucking it and running with power.
They have trips to the top of your screen and now be joined making a quartet with Elliott up there. Look at that formation. They come back the other way and it's thrown behind Bryce Butler. I was very surprised that Cole Beasley left the field on that third down and goal. He had the touchdown reception inside the 5 in the first quarter.
Well, anytime a defense sees him on the sidelines, they're pretty happy about that. So one less guy that they have to worry about, a real threat. But Prescott, as they go 4 to one side, he had his guy. There was one of the poor throws that we've seen from him in this ballgame.
That's good stop, big stop for Green Bay. 22-yard field goal try now by Bailey. Did his only attempt in the opening half. 2 out of 2 on the day. 20-6, under 7 to go in the third. All right, still a long way to go. And a couple of touchdowns away are the Green Bay Packers with 6:58 to play in the third after the interception thrown by Rodgers turns into 3 for Dallas. Bailey spins it away. And down on a knee is Montgomery. We'll see if Rodgers and company can get it going.
This game is sponsored by Verizon. Join the Better Network because better matters.
America's Game of the Week on Fox with Troy Aikman, Aaron Andrews, Tom Brenneman, our entire Fox crew from Lambeau Field in Green Bay. First down for Rodgers, who runs away from trouble, and he'll just tuck it away and run out of bounds after a gain of a yard on first down.
The Cowboys go to a single high safety. They drop the other guy down, and it's man-to-man, and you know, that's what Aaron Rodgers is looking at. There's just not a lot of separation at times for him to get the ball to somebody, and then he starts to feel some of that pressure. And so the timing of what you would like to have as a quarterback, drop back ball comes out. You get off of that, and then you start not trusting that things are going to come up the way that they're supposed to.
Second down, they give it to Lacy. He lost his footing trying to cut it back to the inside. Causing the disruption again was Terrell McClain. I tell you what, it is infrequent for a long time that you come to Lambeau Field in Green Bay and hear boos from the crowd. This is unquestionably one of the most supportive fan base in any sport in the United States and all of North America. But clearly there is frustration in this building right now with this offense.
Well, there's definitely a lot of restlessness. They came here to celebrate Brett Favre, and this offense, they've been watching this for quite some time. It's been an offense going back to last year that has struggled more in recent games than when they've played well.
Third down, big hit delivered by Lee, but able to hang on to the football is Davante Adams. And he's still down on the field. That is a first down catch. Goodness gracious, how do these guys do it?
Well, anytime you're running the slant route, and there's Sean Lee once again coming from the inside, just like when he took out Morris Claiborne. And you know, Davante Adams, you play wide receiver in this league and you run that slant, you know that there's potential to get hit like that, and you just hope that he's okay. It was a tough catch and a tough hit by Sean Lee.
Well, thank God, good news there. Davante Adams able to get up after taking this vicious hit once more from Lee. Lee's already KO'd one of his own teammates on a similar type route when he hit Morris Claiborne.
Yeah, not a vicious hit in terms of him leading with his helmet or anything like that. It's just that it was a ball that was thrown high, and the timing of it. Davante Adams not able to protect himself, but I think Sean Lee did everything he could to try to hold up.
It was a first down reception, little delay to Montgomery. Aaron Andrews talked about before the game ever started that we might see Montgomery in the backfield. That's the 8th time he's been back there in formation today. He leads the team with 6 receptions.
Well, Aaron Rodgers was talking about him and thinks that maybe that would be his best position, is to put a tailback number on him so you can dictate personnel a little bit better.
They're looking for him again, and he has room to run. That's a first down, and he's able to break a tackle, pick up a couple of more yards into Dallas territory to the 45-yard line.
And the Packers, like the Cowboys, when they do these types of things, whether it's with Montgomery or Cobb, it's really more of an extension of their running game, just like running a sweep. But when Montgomery's in the backfield, I think they feel a little bit better about running him with the ball because he's much bigger than what Randall Cobb is and is more of a threat and can take some of the punishment as a running back.
58!
First down out of the shotgun. And again, it will be Montgomery. And he has a first down and then some. The ball comes loose, but he's already out of bounds, and that's a first down to the Dallas 30. Tell you, this young fella Montgomery only played in 6 games last year before tearing up his ankle. He went on IR, and you may remember the 3 games before he got hurt, he had 2 touchdown receptions.
That's that option route of him out of the backfield. We see him running the swing. He runs the option route as well. And as long as they keep giving those throws to him, then Rodgers should just keep taking them.
Adams walking back to the Green Bay locker room. It's been a very quiet back-to-back week run for Jordy Nelson. You know, he's had a touchdown in each of the first 4 games so far this year, but only 4 catches against the Giants. His church is shaken up. It's been a very hard-hitting game. You could probably say that about every game, but there have been a lot of big hits so far in this one. Small screen, stadium-size content. Watch live local Sunday games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile.
Well, injuries taking a toll for both teams, and that's been the theme, really, for both of these clubs all season long. As I said, Mike McCarthy talked about what they've had to overcome with the various injuries, and then the Cowboys, you know, they've been able to play through them, but of course they lose Romo. They've been without Des Bryant. Their left tackle was out. Morris Claiborne now down in this ball game. And then you got Jeff Heath, who just comes in for Barry Church.
First down. Well, they set up the screen, but somebody didn't get to where they're supposed to be, and I think that was Montgomery. Now, either he got blown up on the play, or, you know, this is a good wide receiver you're asking to be a running back.
Well, he's trying to get through the line, and you're going to see Malik Collins. He does a spin move there in the middle, and it's right where Ty Montgomery was trying to get through that little gap.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. Number 88 was in the area. Second down.
First time I've seen Rodgers smile.
Oh, boy.
That's good to see. Maybe something good's about to happen.
And, you know, look, we talked about the hot topic in Dallas, which we'll talk about again a little bit later on. Romo, Prescott, Romo, what do you do when that time comes? The hot topic of conversation, starting with week 1, in a narrow win down in Jacksonville, has been about this Packer offense. And Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers are getting a little testy about being asked about it. Here's Lacy. Again jumps over a defender, but he's dragged down after a very short game. Well, you look at the first 4 games last year. Rodgers 72%. As opposed to 56%. 248 yards passing, under 220 this year. 11 touchdowns last year, no interceptions. 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in the first 4 this year.
It seems like it all kind of got going. You know, of course, they lost Jordy Nelson, but remember, Mike McCarthy gave up play calling duties and then took them back, and they just have not been able to get back in sync.
Third down, all day to throw, and finds the open receiver. Now the spot's going to be critical here. I'm not sure Jeff Janis knew where he was on the field. He needed to get to the 21 for a first down, and let's see, right on it And it is a first down. And they're in hurry-up mode. Janis again to the 15, a gain of 6.
Go back and take a look at that pass previously to Jeff Janis, and here he is in the slot. He works in the middle, and I'm not sure why Rodgers didn't get him the ball right away. And like I said, I mean, he's just not seeing the field the way I'm used to seeing him. He would pick out a guy immediately as soon as they're open, and he's just laid on throws, and it's made a difference in completions and incompletions in a lot of these plays.
First 2 catches of the year for Janis. And inside the 5, it's first and goal on the completion of Montgomery, who's putting together a huge game. That is his 9th reception for better than 90 yards.
Well, they go right back to the middle of the field, and Montgomery this time is the guy who's able to get inside, and Rodgers does this time pull the trigger immediately, which gives Montgomery an opportunity to run after the catch.
Down at the 2 and no Eddie Lacy. Empty backfield. And Rodgers loses the football, and Bulaga was there initially, but I don't think he got it. And a critical turnover again by Green Bay. It looked like David Irving, number 95, stripped it away. And the Cowboys cover it up inside the 5. Wow. Last time the Cowboys started to drive inside their own 5-yard line was in the final minute of the first half. And they went 97 yards. Ezekiel Elliott for 2. Let's go back to the Rodgers fumble, a big one at that.
Well, this was a designed quarterback draw. As you're going to see, it's 1-2 and then take it. And the Cowboys are running a spy with Justin Durant, so he fills the hole, and it forces Rodgers to then go to his right. Bulaga has a chance, but these big guys, they're not used to handling the football, and it was unable to get it. And Eddie Lacy over on the sidelines on that play, but when they broke the huddle and went empty, I was thinking surely they're not going to run a quarterback draw, but that's what was called. But having said that, Rodgers got to hang on to the football.
Second down, play action, and Prescott looking for the home run ball. In and out of the hands of Butler. And that is Goodson in coverage there, we brought up earlier. Suspended the first 4 games of the season.
Well, he had a chance. I mean, Prescott lays this thing out with another double move against Goodson, who has not been playing, as we talked about earlier, and he puts it right in his hands. It's just that Butler's unable to secure it. But a perfectly thrown ball and a deep shot you don't see a lot of from the Cowboys, but I like the call from Scott Linehan. Backed up. They're thinking you're going to be conservative and try to run the football on 2nd and long, and they take the shot and had it. Just unable to make the play.
All right, they need to get to the 14 for a first down. 3rd and 8. And it's intercepted by Morgan Burnett. First career interception thrown by Dak Prescott, and it comes deep inside his own territory, putting the Packers back in business.
Good coverage by Morgan Burnett on tight end Jason Witten. And I don't know if Prescott thought that Witten was going to work straight back to him, but as you're going to see, Witten at the top of this route, he works more to the middle of the field. A little bit of a grab there by Burnett as Witten's coming out of it, but the ball clearly behind him and just not on the same page, and an interception by Morgan Burnett.
So the streak comes to an end at 177 pass attempts to start a career, an NFL record before throwing an interception.
Well, Burnett bails out this offense and Aaron Rodgers. We saw the Cowboys before the end of the first half go 97 yards for a touchdown, and they got the ball backed up, but defense not only makes a stop, they give the ball right back to the offense.
And look who's back in the game. Eddie Lacy.
In that full house backfield.
We 19! We 19!
Not much running room, none at all, in fact. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jack Crawford in on the stop.
Well, this Cowboys defense, you know, they're talked about as far as what their ranking is, but One thing they definitely do is they play hard. Rod Marinelli's defenses always give great effort.
Fox NFL Sunday returns after these messages and a word from your local Fox station. Can Rodgers and the Packers cash in on the pick? We'll know in a moment. Prescott a pair of touchdowns. He's just thrown his first career interception. Rodgers is still in search